Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Yakuza Like a Dragon. I'm Mysterious JG. Hope it doesn't feel this way for you, but, early in this Let's Play, this game is plodding for me, but, it seems like things are going to pick up. At some point, we're going to have some actual control. That has been quite sparse, the sections we've controlled here in the early going, but, without getting into spoilers, I know there's kind of a major plot event that has to happen before we really get the thrust of what our hero is going to try to accomplish. And I think a lot of what's happening now is really a preview chapter to get us, interested in the character motivations, setting the stage for who these people are, blah, blah, blah. So let's see what's going to go down. Don't anticipate this being a video where I have a lot of control, but we're working our way there. And we've already got the trophy for the family, which seems ridiculous. How could we have a trophy? Completed Chapter 1. Okay, that was off screen. So I got a trophy. It's the only trophy we've received, and it's for finishing Chapter 1 off screen. And it's got a picture of the young master. There's other Yakuza games out there, as this is reminding you, but let's get back to this one. We were about to get a serious beatdown because we were a thug. This is Ichi in his past life. Just some thug on the street beating people up for money. He picked on the wrong guy. Now the Yakuza is going to take his sorry ass out. What will happen next?
I thought I was a goner, but I made one last-ditch effort to live and yelled out a name.
Diego Montoya.
Arakawa. What? The Arakawa family. If you kill me, they'll hunt every last one of you down.
So he lied.
In those days, the name Arakawa the Assassin was like a whispered threat. I didn't give a shit about Yakuza or who they were at the time. I knew that name. I thought if I name-dropped them, maybe they'd freak out and let me live.
Okay.
You're saying you're Arakawa? A kid like you?
Where's your tat? That would be the proof.
But my plan backfired. Big time.
Well, they were going to kill him anyway, so...
Out, these guys were in a huge turf dispute with the Arakawa family.
And the baseball bat and yardstick guy took over.
Beat my boy to death. Says his name's Ichiban Kasuga. Oh, he ain't getting away. Not in the sorry state we put him in. You want him back, you better send Patriarch Arakawa personally.
I knew the jig was up. I'd never even met Arakawa, so obviously he wasn't gonna come.
Well, obviously, yeah. Obviously, yeah. But no matter how stylistic the presentation was, I knew I was doomed.
Arakawa ain't gonna show his face
Anarchy?
to pick up his trash.
In the UK?
Looks like you're shit out of luck, you little brat.
There's a lot of characters named Anarchy, it seems like. They already made Lemon-Kind and Anarchy jokes. This is a different Anarchy, I assume. Unless... I don't know who the Anarchy was before.
You guys always go this hard on kids?
Yeah, well, we're
Where's
kind
this
of
lad
rough.
of mine you say you've got?
You haven't aged a day, boss.
Arakawa-san! The little fuck damn near took our guy out. We can't just hand him back to you without some compensation. Somebody's got to take responsibility.
I see. Well, how about a finger?
And he's
I'll
shooting the
trade
bird.
you my finger for him. Sound fair? I'll just borrow this.
Play some hardcore Mumbly Pig. Lots of surprise phases here.
All right then. Let's go, you little shit.
And there would be why Ichi likes this guy so much. I guess I can't blame him in this situation.
What?
You saved my life.
Thank you, Brain, for saving my life.
Why?
For saving my life. Fist was less effective than it would have been if it had all the fingers behind it.
Gratitude. That finger wasn't for you. I'm a Yakuza. For us, reputation is everything. My face, my name, they mean something.
So if he used
What
your
do you think
name,
it would have meant if I'd begged them to return you?
well, that you were some kind of
The whole
schmuck.
Arakawa family would have paid for it. If a Yakuza shows weakness, he's done.
Yeah, but why did you do anything
I did
for him?
the
He's not
only
one of
thing
yours.
that would preserve my family's cred.
Not the only thing. You could have just said you didn't know me.
The truth is
not
terrible
do
for
that?
Yakuza.
Why not, indeed? Maybe I wanted to make an impression on a kid who knew my name.
Turned into some weird dragon warrior
And at that
hero
moment,
worshiper guy.
I saw my life's path ahead of me.
Series of weird minigames.
It was following this man.
Anyway, let's get some Peking duck.
Welcome back, Patriarch Arakawa! Back the fuck up! How many times I gotta say this? We got no cups for punks like you.
Never mind the kid, Joe.
I didn't care how often they ignored me or what they said. I stood outside that office.
So they didn't
every
even
day.
immediately give him a job to take advantage of his manic loyalty? They just... Okay.
Under the scorching sun.
He really is like Saint George Takei, god of mercy, light, and Yakuza.
Welcome back, Patriarch Arakawa!
Who's he? You know him?
Go on ahead, Masato.
I'll talk to the guy who keeps screaming my Yakuza title out in a public place.
Kid, the Yakuza isn't something to aspire to.
That's probably
Haven't your
true.
parents explained that to you?
I don't have parents, sir! I had a foster dad, but he's dead now!
I thought he was still alive and he was looking for you to give him a plunger. See, he doesn't immediately take a shine to the kid. It's just... You see the seeds being planted here.
Come on.
The series of still frames will continue until we get back to the present day.
It'd been 100 days since I'd met Arakawa-san.
Not that I was counting obsessively. The hours, the minutes. Making up little nonsense anniversaries that meant nothing to anyone, like the 1 month anniversary with Arakawa-san. The 6 month anniversary. Associating with different precious metals. Arakawa-san, I want to have your baby. Arakawa-san did the kid a pretty solid favor. Cut off a finger to save his life. But,
Man, that Oden is always so freaking good. Thanks for treating me, boss.
Sure thing.
I guess he's supposed to be just so upbeat and positive that you can't help but feel positively about him. Unless you're the captain who just wants to cut his fingers off. A lot.
Hey, it's almost time for the countdown.
Hey, stop it!
Was Arakawa-san going to get involved in a fight here?
On New Year's Eve. That means you're looking for one thing.
My penis, specifically mine.
Quit acting like you're too good for us. Let's have some fun.
Sometimes it's the scum of society that has to do the cleaning up.
Luckily, those two are crime fighters, so we can count on them to keep the city safe once they're done raping this
A
woman.
new century is about to start, and I know you don't want to spend the first week lying in a hospital bed.
That's quite an intro.
Get out of here before an old man has to crack some skulls.
The hell you say? Keep out of this. Who the fuck are you?
Oh, you got evil Zerfall over there on the left.
Arakawa family! Now get your drunk ass
Stop
away from
yelling
the
that you're a
radio.
Yakuza everywhere.
Time to go home and listen to the New Year's bells like good boys.
Hold on. Are you guys Yakuza?
He just said...
They've gotta be. Look, he's got the hair and everything.
I wish I had the hair.
Yeah, plus they're wearing costumes straight out of a mafia movie.
You fuckers better not be making fun of us!
They are.
Hey boss, leave this to me!
Okay, well, that means I don't have to have a fighting model.
It's been a few years since I saw you fight. Hopefully you're stronger.
He fights nonstop every day, like everyone he meets, he beats
Just
up
wait till you see
for
what I
reasons
can
of
do.
justice. Apparently, are not watching him closely. Street box.
Cool.
So I feel like we got to target Zerfall first because he appears to be He's level 2. He might have fewer hit points. He might go down faster. Well, he certainly does. He went down fast. No perfect guard for me that time. I keep using these attacks assuming my MP is being... Well, yeah. I'm assuming my MP is getting healed up between battles at some point. But now that we've stunned him, we can just use regulation attacks. Really hoping to get a curb stomp in, but it looks like the game set that up for me the first few battles so I could know what was the thing, and now it's just never happening on its own.
Who is this guy?
Ichiban Arakawa, member of the Yakuza. Oh, whatever. Sorry.
You okay, miss?
Get away from me!
No, that's gratitude for you.
It's fine. Just forget it, Ichi. Remember, we're Yakuza.
Holier than the holiest of men.
I get it.
Like divine angels from the sky, enforcing the rules of morality and running gambling and prostitution rings.
Wouldn't miss it for the world. Good night, boss.
You too.
I guess that's the non-finger cut-off hand.
Such a badass.
He didn't do any... Well, he actually was pretty badass there. Assuming that as soon as the fight started, it had been him fighting, he wouldn't have gotten his ass kicked. He conducted himself badassfully on the way into that fight.
4, 3.
This is a pretty small crowd for Yokohama. Man, remember when people used to be able to get together within 6 feet of each other in public? Well, anyway. You're gonna spend New Year's getting drunk on the street. Okay. I guess people do that every year. I don't know why I'm actually surprised. But it's super beer, so... Life full of hope. I met nothing but good things are going to happen for this character in 2001, I bet. It's going to be a real banner year.
Sir, you have to wake up. Wake up now.
I'm flashing back to my going into New Year's Eve 2020. Things didn't go that good for me in 2020. I have a feeling 2001 is going to be not hopefully in a similar. I hope that literally the same things don't happen. I can't imagine a fun RPG game about a guy fighting cancer, but does seem like he's looking for a rough year here.
Oh shit.
Game's not going to be that interesting if everything goes wonderfully for him in the short term.
Fall asleep outdoors, you know.
Take this.
Messy identification.
What is this, Georgia polling place?
Yes, like your license. A violent crime was committed out here recently.
Oh yeah, I just beat up a couple of guys.
Shit. My wallet's gone.
Look at my Yakuza pin.
You see why you shouldn't sleep out here? You need to file a stolen item report now. I'm busy, so you'll have to go down to the station.
What do you mean you're busy? You're accosting me from... Whatever.
Hi,
Stole his wallet but not his
First
phone,
of all,
okay.
Happy New Year.
Sorry to call you first thing in the morning, Ichi.
No problem. I'm up and ready to seize the day.
Can you come by the office?
Yep, as long as you don't mind that I'm
wanna go out for the first
wearing my
shrine
clothes from
visit of the
yesterday
year?
and not showered.
Just come to the office. Try to be inconspicuous.
Okay.
Avoid having big, goofy hair. He has big, goofy hair in the box. I'm assuming he gets that at some point during the story. Well, it seems like they might give us the freedom to run around on the map. And we're still in the same place. I don't know what this big thing up here is. But, well, we can't reach it anyway, so it hardly matters. There's nobody for us to fight at this point. We could go to arcades and stuff. In theory, since there are games where you can win money, I guess we could save scum our way to being able to buy all the foods around here to try it. None of this seems like it's worth doing. Like, it doesn't seem like it's worth trying to get anything out of the game until you get later on. Like, the notion of going off side questing now, it doesn't seem like it's really a thing that could possibly be beneficial. So let's Music is pretty ominous, but let's get going on the exciting year of 2001 at the Arakawa family office. Oh, I'm sorry, lady. You're just so tiny and wee. I didn't even notice you. Oh, it's the red lights. Imported adult goods, the red lights. Okay. I'm gonna have people fading into non-existence so I can notice officers. A lot of officers out here, not a holiday. Oh yeah, that one cop said there'd been a crime or something. I did beat up those guys, but that can't mean anything. Inconspicuous. Take the back streets. We love your smile, Smile Burger. So again, I've gotten. I'll tell you when we get to the point that I've already been to off screen, but I got past this section and I feel like you can game over here. Like I think it's just like a mini game. If you get seen by the cops, you go back. So that is just an obstruction that consists entirely of there's people. Now, considering how few options we have to move, I don't see how you would fail here. Like, you just have to take the not main path. It's not like a real stealth game.
Hold up. What family you
Because this is automatic. We can't avoid this, I think.
Arakawa. And don't you forget it. Oh, the asshole? How about you don't forget your place?
Okay, what family are you?
Who the fuck are
Yeah, because
you?
they've got pins.
The Sakaki family, dumbass!
The Sakaki family of Dumbass Province.
Let's do it!
So 4-1, but again, it's chapter 1, so I'm assuming all these guys are terrible fighters.
Come on now! Check this out!
Did he trip over his own guy there, or what? I guess I got a perfect guard there. It didn't say perfect guard. Thinking maybe a regular attack would be enough for the level 2 guys, or 1 guys, yeah. And to a certain extent, I guess I got to showcase it at some point, you can't just target whoever you want. If you target somebody and there's a guy between you and them, this can happen. Yeah, you get blocked. Which is interesting because it gives something of a row mechanic as far as, like, eventually we'll have multiple members of our party. And as silly as it sounds, some of them will effectively be casters and others will be just regular old warrior types. And we'll want to try to take advantage of that mechanic. Although I don't know if it works for us or just for them. We're certainly taking more damage in this fight than we have in others. Probably just need to get on with using special techniques to end this. Defeated. Haven't had a whole lot of impressive strategy I've needed to use yet in the game. It's still very early. And I'm thinking this game is going to be more about story than gameplay so far.
Fuck you! You're gonna regret this!
Asshole. Dumb shit.
What the hell was that about?
I'm just wandering.
Probably
I'm just a
nothing.
Yakuza wandering through some other
Always got some
clan's
kind of
territory.
beef with the Sakaki going on. Oh shit, that took a while. Gotta head into the office.
Of course, I could have spent like 4 hours trying to make money in the arcade and it wouldn't have affected the story. Okay, I just walked into the door because you're supposed to press the X button. Try to be inconspicuous. Don't go walking into the door as though you are not familiar with the concept of glass.
Boss?
Hey, boss. What's going on, boss?
Good morning.
Sorry, been watching some Japanese Mystery Science series.
Oh, Ichi.
I mean, the movie is Japanese and they are making fun of it, not those various Sandy Frank films that have like just weird voice acting characters.
Have a seat. Sir.
Looks like the boss had a rough night as well.
Stop. Just sit down.
Sure.
I want to apologize for not hanging out with you on a street corner drinking super beer. Captain. I keep falling back on Sulu going, George Takei is doing a good job as a voice actor here.
Right? You mean the family we've been fighting with?
Yeah.
We're fighting them because of a rumor that they're connected to the Omi.
But aren't the Omi all the way out in Kansai?
Yes.
Japanese geography is
They control
especially
the entire
ours.
region. They're much bigger than most people realize.
They're over 800 feet
the
tall.
Tojo clan has butted heads with them for years. It's a bitter rivalry.
So I think, and I could be wrong, and again, what I know of the Yakuza series is from dropping in fairly randomly on Lethal's streams. Like, Lethal was streaming this game a lot on Sundays. I always made an effort to try and watch, but it wasn't a consistent thing. But I'm pretty sure the Omi family is like the broad family with like subordinate clans and whatnot that the hero of the prior Yakuza games works for. And the family we're supporting now is the other family. But what I like about it, and if I'm right about that, I could be way off. If I'm right about that, one of the things I like is that neither of the families is better than the other. They're just rivals. They're all a bunch of Yakuza. Ichiban seems to have this real strong sense of personal loyalty. So does the patriarch Arakawa here. But it's not... Like, I get really weirded out by all these things about, like, the noble Yakuza. It's like, they're criminal thugs. They've got their own sense of code of honor. But, you know, this game might explore, but it does seem like we've got some individuals who have a lot of integrity and some other people who don't so much.
And what? The Sakaki family's cooperating with them?
No. The Sakaki family isn't stupid enough to commit outright treason.
They're just doing
But they have been
quasi-treason,
selling intel to the Omi for some quick, easy cash.
which also seems stupid.
I confronted them about it at an officers' meeting, but their patriarch pretended not to know anything.
I would have assumed you just cut off a finger, toss it aside, and it would all be good.
Long story short, they don't like us much right now. But at the same time, they still report directly to our main family. So we need to be careful. We don't want to cause the main family any trouble. That said,
Did something happen?
Yeah, you beat up those guys last night?
2 hours ago, I got a call from Joe.
Joe?
He shot a Sakaki Yakuza.
The captain, the guy who hates us.
Apparently, he just happened to run into one of them. They were both alone. No other men. It was one-on-one. They talked shit to each other for a bit. Then, Joe...
Yeah, Joe's the captain, right? The one who hates us.
Luckily, no one saw them. But the police have already found the other guy's body. It's only a matter of time before they raid our office.
And find out about all the
Gets out
animal
that our
fuck
captain
videos.
killed someone from a family above ours. It will be considered mutiny. We'll be expelled from the Tojo clan, and our tiny family will go up in smoke.
Up in smoke, that's where I'd like to be. Assume he's got some kind of fake finger in that glove to make it look like a normal finger. So, what you dancing
You
around
see
here,
why
boss?
I can't let Joe get arrested for this.
Oh, that's not good. Bowing to subordinate, he's about to ask. He's about to be a big ass.
Would you be willing to take his place?
Do I get to kill members of the Omi Alliance?
Are you serious, boss?
Or was that the one I'm part of?
I've been waiting for a shot like this.
The fuck? I know you're a weird kid, but...
This is my chance to finally repay my debt to you. After everything you've done for me.
Well, you could have just done your job and collected money rather than giving it back to high school kids like some kind of fucking dragon-tatted Robin Hood, but okay, this'll work too.
Let him lock me up for 10 or even 20 years.
It's actually an
I'd be
execution
happy
sentence.
to do it for you.
Ichi.
Joe's still gonna be a dick after this. I don't think I got far enough in the story after this to encounter Joe after these events, but I'm assuming he's still an asshole. Although it'd be kind of a neat twist if the next time you see Joe, he's like, totally respects you.
Happy birthday, Aniki.
Hey, thanks, Lemminkainen.
Thanks.
So he's Aniki.
Good job surviving another year. We made it to a new century.
Oh, yeah.
Is he Ichiban or Aniki?
Guess so.
Damn, you sound pretty bored for a birthday, boy. What's up with you? Hey, you going to your first shrine visit of the year? How about we do Kamaro again?
You do it, and have a good time. I'm not going.
I'm gonna go visit the jail
Why
shrine.
not?
Something came up.
Did Captain Sawashiro spring something on you?
Sort of, yeah.
Basically.
New Year's barely begun and he's already working you like a dog.
A prison
No
dog.
holidays for the Yakuza. We work 365 days a year.
So
Anyway,
you're gonna
thanks
be
for that
busy all day?
up close look up his ear there, game.
Mitsu, how old are you right now?
20, if you really want to know. Why?
So in 10 years, you'll be 30. In 20, you'll be
Thanks for being an even number of
Great
years.
math,
Makes the
dude.
math
What are
simpler.
you getting at?
You're old enough
Just-
to be...
Eat well and live life to the fullest, man.
You're old enough to be considered the main sexual interest in a Japanese video game by many years. In fact, by being 20, you're probably going to be portrayed as over the hill in most RPGs.
You feeling okay?
I'll call you later.
All right.
I've only got the one phone call, but I'll use it to find out how he enjoyed his visit to the shrine. Nude Theater Tokyo Girls Playhouse. Well, you know, I'd be interested in visiting there to see what I mean, it's a nude theater, sure, but it's a playhouse, so I would imagine there'd be some really fascinating Japanese dramas that would be performed. You could learn a lot about Japanese culture by watching those Tokyo Girls perform traditional theater. Anyway, I don't know why I'm being such a dink about that. So when we come back next time, the plot is finally engaged. As I don't know why I keep wanting to spoil a game where I only am a little bit ahead of what you guys know, assuming you're watching completely blind. And I keep finding myself wanting to say, well, what's going to happen next is, but I won't. What's going to happen next, apparently, is that we have we're decided to take the rap for something because it's going to protect the family, which I've been throughout the series, and I can expect it to continue, just like being mystified by this romanticized notion people have of organized crime. But the one part of it that you have to admit has a certain heroic romantic appeal is the putting the good of the many ahead of the good of the few or the one, which Leonard Nimoy would be voice acting a character in this game if he were still alive, I'm sure. But yeah, we're about to take the fall for the family. And it'll be interesting to see where that goes, because this character, like, he's got this grumpy look on his face now. He's usually Mr. Super Happy Face guy. But, I mean, are we going to have a bunch of minigames set in prison? Is this going to turn into a prison break game? Or are we just going to flash forward coming out of prison into maybe the reason we barely ever get to control anything is because we're still not in the game's present day, and this is still really just expository flashbacks. We'll probably know a lot more about that by the end of the next video. And if you'd like to know more, I invite you to tune in to the next video. You and I, gentle viewer, together will learn more about the Yakuza in this game that is, I'm sure, a completely accurate portrayal of their culture. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you next time. If I can figure out how to shut off the video.